Rosie's Take here with Lee Brice. It's so good to see you here at Boots and Buckles in Lakeland.
It's always good to be here. It's always a party and always a good time.
Hey, I want to tell you, I was out there revving the crowd up for you. It's a good crowd tonight.
It's always like one of the best crowds in the country. It always is, so I know what we got in store for us.
Did you hear that, Lakeland? You're one of the best crowds in the country.
It is. It really is.
That's awesome. You know what? Your song, Love Like Crazy, has done amazing things. You know, how does that make you feel? You know, I know you worked hard for a really long time to get it there.
Well, that's just it. Like, you know, for a song to kind of do what it did, it takes you to that kind of next little level that you got to get to, and then you got more places to go, but it gets you to that next level, and that's what we've been working so long for. And sometimes you work for a real long time, and you feel like you're getting nowhere, but now we know we are, and it kind of feels good.
You know what? Some of the people don't realize what a writer you are, and you've written for some, you know, Garth Brooks, and tell the crowd like some of the songs that you've written that they might know, but you weren't actually the singer on that song.
Well, last year Tim McGraw had one out, Garth Brooks had one out a couple of years ago. Blake Shelton recorded one, and actually I'm kind of excited. Eli Young Band has one out on the radio right now that I wrote called Crazy Girl, and then Kenny Chesney's probably going to put one out in the fall that I wrote. It's on his new CD, so it's called 7 Days. So check it out. It's awesome.
That's one way to pay the bills.
Yeah, well, it kind of, you know, it definitely pays the bills. But you know, when you get out of college and you got a bunch of debt, you got bills to pay off. So
I totally understand that. So your other song, the new one, Beautiful Every Time. Tell me a little bit about that.
Beautiful Every Time. I'm so happy. That was one that I wrote with a couple of friends of mine. Actually, one is from North Florida, and his name is Rob Hatch, and then my other friend Lance Miller. And it's an awesome, awesome thing to have something that you wrote out on the radio and singing. It's something that I love, and that's what I've been working for my whole life. So we're excited about it.
Do you really try to write from the heart when you get in there? Is that where all of this comes from?
Oh, it comes from everything, past experiences, other stories you might hear, but it's always from the heart. It's always got to be something that you believe in if you're going to put it on paper and maybe have to sing it for the rest of your life.
Do you try to like not let everybody know like which maybe lover you're talking about?
It depends. It depends on whether you want them to know it or not.
Have you ever wanted them to know it?
I have, and I've told them many a times.
This song's about you.
That's right, darling.
Was it a breakup song?
Yeah, More Than a Memory, actually.
More Than a Memory?
Yeah, I wrote it about an old ex-girlfriend in South Carolina that I dated forever, and so I definitely was like letting her know, because it was like one I never got over. So.
What about your little one? Do you see yourself writing about him?
Oh yeah, I got a song that will be on the next album about him, and I called Everything Changed. And so, you know, I hate being on the road so much, but you know, we're kind of just working for a long-term goal. So you know, I get to see him every chance I can.
That's awesome. Well, we're glad that you're here, even though you're away from him, and we look really forward to seeing you tonight. And everybody, stay with us and give you some footage of Lee Brice tonight in Lakeland, Florida, at Boots and Buckles. Thank you so much.
Thank you, darling. See you later.
Takes guts to mount up on the back of a big cuss, getting tore up from the floor up. I'm gonna push my luck.